Hello everybody and welcome to week 5 of our challenges. So today we're going to combine our over command in a slightly different way with a new command, which is get in. So we're going to actually utilise a ditch this time for jumping. So if Toby just pans the camera around, you can see we've got a ditch here. And what we're going to do is teach the dog to sometimes jump the ditch when we need him to go over. For example, if there was a bird falling out into that field and we were stood this side, we don't really want to have to walk around. We want to be able to send the dog, especially if he's marked it, straight over the ditch. And he needs to be confident jumping. It's quite a good sized ditch, but he needs to be confident jumping, hence why we're training for it. The other command that we use, that we teach, is a get in. Now the reason I actually teach this is because I've seen a lot of dogs, especially on field trials, where they'll bounce across a ditch, maybe one that's not as big as this, maybe a narrower ditch, and sometimes they don't get the concept actually they've got to get in, because a bird often, if it runs, if it's a wounded bird and it runs, it will settle into the bottom of a ditch. So if you're on a picking up day, it's really handy if you can get your dog to the area and tell the dog to get in. Then that means you've got more chance of getting the dog into the right area to pick. I've seen dogs go out of trials just because they just don't understand the concept of hunting in the ditch, they just keep jumping it. So the way we teach it is we start off with, we're going to do straight over. So Toby's going to throw a mark and we're going to use our white dummies as usual because it's a nice visual aid for the dog. I'm going to give him a straightforward mark out into the field and he's just going to be sent. But when I send him, I'll send him on an over command. I'm not going to stand too far from the ditch so that he gets the concept quite quickly that I'm asking him to jump over a ditch onto something he's seen. Okay, so we have thrown our target dummy out, Norman's seen it, and I've just walked a little distance away from the ditch so that he's got plenty of room. So I'm just going to line him up, but I'm going to give him the over command as his send command. Over. Lots of distractions out there today. So now what we're going to do is the similar exercise, and we're going to now see if he understands the word get in. Okay, so because I want to show you how I would handle this on a normal day, what we've done is we've actually put a tennis ball blind in, so he hasn't got a concept that there's a ball in there. I'm just going to send him on a blind command. I imagine he will do what he did before, which is take the ditch on and jump it. The plan is to stop him on the edge and then to say get in and let him hunt back down into the bank. If you were teaching this at home, what you would do is have someone throw you, or you can throw it yourself, a mark dummy into the ditch to teach the word get in and send the dog on a get in command. But what I want to do is test to see that he understands get in by sending him straight over the ditch, stopping him and then giving him the get in command to see if he'll come into the area. Okay. Go back. Get in. Get in. Get in. Good boy. Oh. So you can see there, what I had to do was obviously stop him on the other side. He was a little bit questioning because he's thinking, oh, am I going back to where I had a mark before? But he did, what I was pleased about was that he understood the concept of, okay, now I've got to look down the bank. She said get in, and then I just put the hunt onto him to say, yes, you're right, that's absolutely bang on what I want you to do, produce the ball. So what we're going to do for your challenge this week is I want you to obviously have taught the command get in first, otherwise you'll be probably setting yourself up to fail. So we want to make sure the dog understands the word get in and what that means. Use your marks, and then you can use memory marks as well. So as in, you can put a dummy in, give him a distraction and then come back to pick it. But you can also use memory blinds, as in you've seen the dog seen the ball go in, walk away, send back, use the command get in as they're going in, so they learn by association. But what we want to do for your final exercise would be to set up 2 blinds. The first one will be in the ditch. The first one will be over the ditch, out onto the field. The second one we'll put after he's picked the first, will be back into the ditch. So it's the dog understanding the difference between over, stopping, and understanding the word get in. So that's our challenge for this week, or your challenge for this week. We're going to do 2 blinds of the finished product, and the first one is straight over. The second one is you can push your dog over to stop it and see if it understands the concept of get in, to hunt a ball or a dummy that's ideally not visual but is down in the ditch. Good luck! You've got until next Monday to put your video on the comments section of our challenges page.